with Dinny and Dinny here, and I'd just like to say, what's the crack? Guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about how to invest, how to accumulate assets, share the love, share the Dinny bombs, share the tips, and if that sounds good, I'm just coming from the gym here, just got my daily exercise in. Look at that pump! I've even got a bruise there, you probably can't see it. But that's how you know when you've trained hard, when bruises start to come up on the muscles. Anyway, Crypto with Dinny, guys, it's not financial advice here. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a Bitcoiner. I've been a Bitcoiner for years, and I've been teaching people how to understand it since no one wanted to learn. And now, luckily, people want to learn because it's amazing stuff. And it means you don't have to work as much, and you can have more time and to do fun things and spend time with your family. And at Crypto with Dinny, what we basically do is teach people how to build what I call a Bitcoin and crypto retirement plan. So it's a plan to suit the individual to accumulate crypto assets, which mean you are financially free because they produce cash flow that meets your living expenses, and then you can just do what you want instead of having to do what you have to do, like exchange your time for money. That is what we do. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we accumulate these assets, okay, and if that sounds good. Guys, in the last 24 hours, 24 hours from yesterday, Bitcoin went up $8,000 in 24 hours. So 8K in 24 hours. Hold on here, dodgy roundabouts. What about that? Like, how do you invest into something that goes up 8K in 24 hours? 8 grand. It's a simple enough strategy, okay? I'll tell you what you don't do first of all, is you don't try and trade, because with most asset classes, I'll give you an example. I can't remember the exact figure, someone can Google this and tell me that I'm wrong by a day, okay? The perfect beats. But in the S&P 500, over a decade of investing into the S&P 500, there was something like 8 critical days that if you are not in the market, you missed out on the majority of the gains. So over a 10-year period, there was 8 days, guys, where if you weren't in the market, you missed the capital appreciation. Alright? Interesting. This is how crypto works, exactly the same. You could have sat on the sidelines trying to trade crypto for the last 4 months. Alright? Because Bitcoin was doing nothing, it was just chopping. And then wallop, you're out of the market, you're asleep, and the thing does 8 grand while you're asleep. And you've missed out on 20% almost of capital appreciation. This is why you can't trade this thing. Okay? Because traders get wrecked and they all lose their money. I'm yet to meet a trader who's made money in the long term. All my friends, and I know a lot of people who've traded cryptos, and I know people who've traded 6-figure portfolios in cryptos, high 6 figures, but I don't know any of them who've actually made long-term money. So that's why I teach people, there's no need to trade this, unless you're a professional trader. But if you're just a, you know, if you've got a different job and you're not a professional trader, don't trade. Right, so how do we accumulate these assets? Guys, do me a favor. If you want to help crypto adoption, it's very easy. All you gotta do is press the share button and you broadcast this to more people in Ireland, or hit the comment button, or hit the like button for sure, because you basically pump your own bags. If you want crypto to be mass adopted, it's up to all of us to teach people about it, because people are brainwashed into fiat money, and they don't, kid, don't walk out there, and they don't understand how fiat money basically steals their time, because everything you earn in fiat money goes down over time. If they only knew about Bitcoin, they'd all own it, and guess what? Bitcoin, your Bitcoin will be worth more, because everyone's is worth more, because it's a fixed supply money. Now, it's inevitable that the demand for money with a fixed supply rises over time. It's absolutely inevitable. But I prefer to help my friends and family find out about this sooner. So, if you like crypto, if you want crypto to be adopted in Ireland, share it. You see, our politicians need to learn about this, because at the minute they don't understand it. And they don't have a clue, so they're ignorant, as everyone is. We're all ignorant to it, guys. Okay, but it's our duty to teach it and get it out there and get our politicians knowing that, no, a lot of us own Bitcoin. You can't be nasty to crypto here in Ireland, because we'll just take our crypto and leave. You need to understand this thing. This isn't just for drug dealers. This is amazing money that protects people's purchasing power and is a store of human energy or human time. So how do we accumulate the assets? Sorry, I'm waffling here. Let me get into this traffic. Let me get into the traffic jam first, and then we'll be able to chat. Lovely, we're in the traffic, we'll just sit here for hours. So how I do it, guys, is a strategy called dollar cost average. Okay, and basically what it means is every month I want to have more assets than I had at the start of the month. So I'm constantly accumulating the assets. Why am I constantly accumulating the assets? Because as I said there a moment ago, I believe that the demand for money with a fixed supply rises over time. And we're seeing that in Bitcoin. It's money with a fixed supply. There's only 21 million. There can only ever be 21 million. And the adoption curve is going like this. 3 million people open a Bitcoin wallet address every single week. 3 million. Multiply that over 5 years. the demand for money that has a fixed supply is rising. Okay, so that being my thesis, my strategy is very simple. Have more Bitcoin at the end of the month than I had at the start of the month. So I need to accumulate the assets. Now there's two basic ways to do that. I can try and time the market and sit in the sidelines and look at charts and watch YouTube videos and all this other nonsense that people do, but they never get financially free with this strategy. Or I can do the time-tested strategy, what Warren Buffett did, okay, what Ray Dalio did, what Paul Tudor Jones did, what Stan Druckenmiller did, what Bill Miller did, what all these legendary investors did. And I can apply their strategy to crypto. And crypto is much more powerful, which means I can find financial freedom. As I say, a normal retirement plan, 40 years. 40 years you contribute, and you get a few quid when you're in your almost 70, okay? A crypto plan, give it 4 good years of contributions, and I think you can probably meet your financial freedom goals. I did anyway. Okay, that's why I'm passionate about this stuff. You apply the sound principles, and dollar cost averaging just means buying a set amount at a set interval, guys, okay? And you can even set this up to be automatic, so you're not involved, because the best way to invest is without emotion, is to automate and take the human out of the equation, because the human will always make the wrong decision at the wrong time. We all suffer from fear and greed, all of us. Let me have a sip of water here. Guys, if you get value out of Dinny Bombs, hit the like button. Beware of the scammers in the comments, they'll be impersonating me. If you ever get a message from me, it's probably not from me. It's 99.99% not from me, so just be aware of that, anyone who's new. This happens in crypto, unfortunately. Okay, unless I'm speaking to you, or you can hear my voice, you're probably not talking to me if someone's messaging you out of the blue, so ignore them. By the way, if you haven't done my Bitcoin basics, you need help to understand Bitcoin, why it's revolutionary, why it's going to change the world, why you will own it. Like, you will own Bitcoin within 10 years, I promise you. But if you want to understand why you will own it, and to actually buy it now when it's cheaper, and to understand how to get your position, check out Bitcoin Basics. It's free. Go on to www.cryptowithdinny.com. Sign up for the free workshop. I'll be doing it. It's live. It's a bit of crack. We do a Q&A. You can ask me about altcoins and shitcoins and all this other stuff as well. And we'll talk about that. But it teaches people how to understand Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a revolutionary technology. It's basically a pension plan made for humans. That humans can defer gratification and create a wealth effect for their future, which is very difficult to do in fiat money. It's impossible to do in fiat money. You can't do it in a euro, because euros go down in value over time. So you're forced to speculate, to go into the stock market, to buy a house, to buy a bit of a painting, or an NFT, or something that you're speculating will go up in value over time. Whereas Bitcoin solved that problem, created a risk, I won't say risk-free, there's obviously an element of risk. That being said, on the workshop I teach people how to do it risk-free. Zero risk, okay? But most people want to take on a little bit more risk for more capital appreciation. You can take on a small bit more risk, but you can do it with actually zero risk. And anyone who's been on the course knows how to do that. And anyone who hasn't, get on it and I will teach you. It's absolutely free. Guys, if you need help to understand and build your own pension plan, set up a dollar cost average strategy, to understand how much you need to put in each month, or how much capital you need to be investing into crypto, check out my consulting, Crypto with Dinny, where we do this stuff sort of in a one-on-one personalized approach to teach you how to create this retirement plan. I call it a plan B. You can have your normal retirement and your pension and do your work and all that stuff, but do a crypto one, a plan B. So I'm on my way now to Joe Duffy's. There's only one reason why I'd have this baby out in the rain. I never take it out in the rain, but she's a little bit sick. She has to go over for a small procedure into Joe Duffy's, into the Beamer garage. So I'm on my way there now. And it's breaking my heart driving in the rain, because the car's filthy now, and she was nice and ceramic coated and under a cover in the garage. It's criminal. But anyway, sure, they're there to be driven. Guys, hope you have a super day. If you got some value out of it, remember, dollar cost averaging is how I protect myself from market volatility. I don't know if the market's going to go up 8 grand or down 8 grand in the short term. In the long term, my thesis is that demand for Bitcoin money, the money of a fixed supply, goes up over time. So I want to accumulate it for my future. But in the short term, I'm not sure. So I protect myself with my dollar cost average strategy. And that, from my experience, has been the best way to get your positions in crypto. You don't only have to dollar cost average into Bitcoin, you can get other assets like stable coins and other cryptos to give your portfolio more potential growth. You're leveraging the growth of the greater crypto industry to outperform Bitcoin. And that's sort of all the stuff we do on my workshops, lads. Anyway, I'm waffling. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you get your daily exercise in. If you haven't, press the goddamn like button. Come on, if that's the only exercise you do. And also, if any of you guys are gym trainers or walkers, runners, joggers, swimmers, any of that good stuff, let me know what you do. Are you keeping yourself fit? Why the hell do you want the money if you're not going to look after yourself? That's sort of what I take on it. Like, you know, who's it said that to Dalai Lama? Like, what was it again? Modern man spends all his time getting money. No, modern man. Modern man. Yeah, I have it now. Something like, I'll paraphrase to Dalai Lama because I can't quote him perfectly. Modern man sacrifices his health for money, and then has to sacrifice his money for his health. So don't do it. Do both. It's better. It's good. You'll feel good. You'll have the crack. Guys, Dinny out.